Welcome back. Here's a little riddle for you guys. What does running in outer space, weight training, and personal growth have in common? The answer is this week's topic, which we're going to call the gift of the struggle. So often we look at the fact that we struggle, we look at the struggle itself as a bad thing. But sometimes what we really need to do is reframe what the purpose of the struggle is. You can't run in outer space. You can't run in outer space because there's no gravity. There's no force to push against to propel you forward. So you just bob around, float around in outer space. Weight training, also known as resistance training, is because the only way to build muscle is through giving it resistance. When the muscle pushes through the resistance, that's how you build muscle. If you take an extremely light weight that doesn't provide any resistance, you could do from today to tomorrow, you're not going to build the muscle. You need the resistance in order to build the muscle. And personal growth is the same way. Why is it that so often the right thing to do and the hard thing to do are one and the same? The right thing to do and the difficult thing to do are one and the same. You see, we don't grow despite the fact that we struggle. It's not that we happen to be struggling and we happen to be growing. Our growth is because of the struggle. It's because we're trying to push through the struggle. It's the perseverance and the struggle itself which leads to growth, which leads us to grow, to become the people that we want to become. I was thinking a message from Hanukkah to take us out through the rest of the cold, dark winter months, to take us to our January 1st New Year's resolutions, to take us to Shovavim, which is coming up very, very soon. You know, we said in Hanukkah, and every single day we said in the Al Hanisim, one of the things that we thanked HaKadosh Baruch Hu for was we said V'al HaMilchamas. We thanked Hashem for the wars. And the obvious question is that we understand why we're thanking Hashem for the victory. We understand why we're thanking Hashem for the Nisim, for the miracles that took place. But why are we thanking Hashem for the fact that there was a war? Why? What is good about the fact that there's a war? Why is a war a good thing? Rav Shimshon Pincus explains, he says that if you have a soldier in the army and he wants to rise up the ranks, he wants to go from a soldier to becoming a general. During times of peace, when there's no war, when there's nothing going on, it's difficult to rise through the ranks. It's going to take a long time because there's no opportunities to prove yourself. But during a period of war, when there's fighting going on, then a person has an opportunity to become a hero. A person has an opportunity to do the right thing, to rise above. And during times of war, that a person could really rise through the ranks. When we realize this, we have to realize that our struggle is an opportunity for growth. Without the struggle, we wouldn't be able to get anywhere. Our whole growth happens because of the fact that we're struggling against something. You know, there's a famous expression. There's a famous expression that the path of least resistance leads to crooked rivers and crooked men. What does that mean? The water just goes wherever it can go. That's why the river forms, it's a crooked river, because it's always taking the path of least resistance. Similarly, if we're always in our own lives going to take the path of least resistance, we're going to end up crooked as well. We're going to end up crooked as well. We're not here to just go wherever we end up, just follow the flow. That's not what we're here for. We're here to forge a path. We're here to figure out where we're going, to push in that direction, and to push against what's blocking us. That is the whole idea. And this is how we have to look at the fact that we have struggles in our life. Without the struggle, there's no opportunity for greatness. Without the struggle, there's no opportunity to become who we are. Without a Yetzer Hara, without something pushing us to do what we shouldn't be doing, we wouldn't be able to do what's right. It wouldn't be a godless, the fact that we're doing what's right. We wouldn't be rewarded for doing what's right. The growth that we experience, the growth that we're striving for, becoming the people that we want to become, is only because there's something that we're struggling against. And even when we get knocked down, and even when we fall down, but the fact that we get back up and we continue to struggle, we continue trying to persevere, that is how we grow. But more than that is how we grow. That itself is growth.